Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode, I have to check, 117 of Sonic Boom TV. This episode is an unboxing episode, and kind of a, I guess, a grail video, even though, as I've said many times before, I don't believe in grails so much as things that I want, because for me, a grail is one item. You can't have more than one grail. So if you say, my, I don't know, rare Led Zeppelin, the one that they changed it because it was too loud, that special cut, whatever that was, if that's your grail, then that's your grail. You can't have another grail. You have other things you like. So I just generally say there are things that I really like and really want. And this here is going to contain two of them. But before I start, I want to thank the Omaha Introvert. I was watching her channel one day, and she's got a video up. Came up about, I guess, a week or two ago, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Her video is called Excellent Vinyl Reissues of 2021! Exclamation point. You can look that up, or just look up the Omaha Introvert, blonde-headed girl, real cute. You'll see her, and check out her videos because she does some good stuff. She's got a pretty nice collection, and anyway, she showed one of these albums in her video, and I was like, whoa! I didn't know that was even out, because I had looked for it several times in the last couple of years. And I just couldn't find anything on Discogs about it. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Maybe I was looking up the wrong thing. But apparently they put out two of the albums. One of them, I believe, is only like 1,500 copies. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm going to go back and look. But I saw it and I was like, oh man, I don't really have the money, but I got to do this. And so I luckily got some money for Christmas that I wasn't expecting. And there you go. So anyway, let's open it up. This came from Electric Fetus Records in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where she suggested I get them from. And she didn't have to do that, but I thank her. And I'm gonna probably put a link to her page in this if I can figure it out in the notes or whatever. If I can figure it out, but I'll let her know that I've also mentioned her. So anyway, let's pull these out. These are two of my favorite albums from the 90s. Let's start with the best one, I guess. Same band, by the way. Material Issue, Freak City Soundtrack, and Material Issue. Oh, got a lot of light on that. International Pop Overthrow. These two albums are like super great pop punk, not pop punk. Now I can't think of the word. I'm trying to think. Slipping my mind right now. I'll get back to it. Anyway, these are two really great power pop, is what I'm trying to say. Really great power pop albums. They have 4 albums. They didn't do the other 2 yet, anyway. But these are the 2 that are popular, and I understand why they would reissue these on vinyl and not the other 2, because the other 2 don't contain as much hit songs as far as the fans would go. They're good, but they're just not these. So let's. This is their first album, and it features "Valerie Loves Me." You might know that one. "Diane" is another hit. They write a lot of songs about girls. "Renee Remains the Same" is the next one. "This Letter," "Out Right Now," "Crazy," "Chance of a Lifetime," "International Pop Overthrow." I catch myself singing that song all the time, or at least the chorus to it. "Very First Lie," "Trouble." There was a few. This Far Before," "A Very Good Idea," and "Lil Christine." Back cover. Cool. I'm gonna open these up in a minute. Freak City Soundtrack. This is probably. No, that's not true. The first song I ever heard by them was Diane and Valerie Loves Me. And I had both of those on some weird compilation that I had. I don't know what it was. It wasn't even that kind of music, but for some reason they had 2 songs by them on it, and that was cool. So anyway, on Freak City soundtrack, it's not a soundtrack to anything. It's just what it's called. There is Going Through Your Purse. Kim the Waitress is their biggest hit. If you know that song, then you know who they are. Funny Feeling, The Fan, One Simple Word, A Very Good Thing, I Could Use You, Ordinary Girl, Echo Beach, She's Going Through My Purse, she's going through my head, not my purse. And the final song is Help Me Land. Help Me Land is one of my favorite songs, probably all-time favorite songs. It's a short song, but very good. This band, who knows what they would have done if they'd have stayed around. The singer, unfortunately, killed himself, so don't know the details of that, don't want to know. But anyway, let's open these up. If I can get this guitar pick to slide into the thing, it's not working. These are very tight. Usually shrink wrap is not this tight on a record, but this is super tight. There we go. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. All right. So pull it out. First off, we've got a. There's no inner anything on that one, but we do have a very nice sleeve for it, and we've just got black vinyl with their logo and stuff on the label. Says Back Groove Records and Material Issues. So they didn't put too much into it as far as materials go, and this wasn't a cheap record. It was $35, $34.99. So that's a little disappointing that there's no liner notes or anything like that. We do got this little magnetic strip thing on there that it's a little bent too in the corner there. I don't know if you can see that. A little bent. So I don't know what that's about, but they could have done liner notes at the very least, but it's okay because this is one of my favorite albums. So if it sounds good, I'll be more than happy with it. Then we've got International Pop Overthrow. This is their 3rd album, by the way. This is their first. They didn't do the 2nd and the 4th yet, anyway. I kind of don't expect that to come out. I don't know, unless they sold a ton of these, that would justify them printing those up. I don't know that they would sell as well. So this one also had tight shrink wrap on it. Again, no liner notes. This one was also $34.99. Got the this sleeve is not as nice, but it is polylined, so that's good. It's split on that side. And we've got semi-custom label, colors and logo, and the Back Groove Records logo as well. So these are going to be great to listen to. I'm going to listen to them a lot, I'm sure, because I get in this mood for this band, and probably listen to these albums 1,000 times, man. It's a lot. I remember when I was doing DoorDash last year. Well, definitely last year now, because we've flipped years on us. But I remember listening to them. Mostly this album, but and this was his 2nd, of course, for me. But I must have listened to them in my car for like 2 weeks straight. It was mostly, and I was doing this like 8 hours a day, and I was listening to them almost the whole 8 hours every day for some reason. I don't know. I just connect with them a lot. So anyway, that's my 2 new ones. I'm going to be doing the vinyl tag thing where they had 20. It's like 20 questions, and it's put on by another guy that does these kind of videos. He's got his 20 questions out. This year I'm going to try to follow it to the T and do all of their questions. Because last time I did it, I kind of made up my own stuff as well. There's only one question on there that I'm not able to answer it properly, but I'm going to answer it a different way. And then, because it's basically just showing what you have based on what it is. Like, hey, do you have a record that came out in 1985 or something like that? That's not one of the questions, but and you pull something and you show it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that the next video I make. It may be tomorrow or the next day. One of them. I got to pull out the stuff. There's one that I have to pull a cassette out as well, so that stinks because I don't know where it is. But anyway, that's all for this video. Again, Serial Issue, Freak City Soundtrack, International Pop Overthrow. I really like this cover. I like that cover too, but that's different. I like that picture on the back. I like everything about it. Check these guys out if you can. If you can't find them on vinyl, get them on CD. If you can't get them on CD, download the MP3s from one of those places that you get MP3s from. And that is it for this episode. Talk to you guys later.